Prabhakaran sir, you can start. Karthik sir, shall we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Can we get started?
Wait, sir. Prabhakaran, you
Welcome.
can continue.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am,
Okay.
it's audible, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon to one and all.
Yes, sir.
Welcome you for a DPT sponsor international webinar on Python. At the outset, I would like to thank our trustee sir and principal sir and our DPT coordinator in their absence. I feel honored to welcome our today's guest Karthik sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
We are
Thank you.
grateful for accepting our invitation and sharing your valuable time to with our students. It's my pleasure to welcome our director sir and all our HOD ma'ams. My heartfelt to welcome our beloved HOD ma'am, Jayanti ma'am. Welcome ma'am. I would like to
Thank you,
welcome our all
Prabhakaran.
faculty members. My heartfelt to welcome our placement director Manchu ma'am. Welcome ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
I extend my heartfelt welcome to our my dear students. Once again, I welcome you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. So, very good evening to everyone. Okay. So, I am Karthikeyan. Like, I am working as a team lead in this is Cognizant Technology Solutions about Python. Okay. So, let's make this session more interactive. Okay. Let me share my screen. Let me know if you are able to see my screen.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so we are going to discuss about the basics part of Python. Okay, so to learn this language, just there is no any prerequisites like you should know these concepts before understanding this Python and all. So just if you have some basic understanding of mathematics and statistics, which will be much more useful to understand this. Okay. Uh, so that's what like there are if you take any languages like it will have many concepts like it will have something like operators, data types, functions, many things. Okay, so the only thing which we should understand is the functionality. Okay. uh, uh, do not worry about the syntax. Okay, so I'll just tell you. Okay, so these are the contents which we are going to see for today, for in another next 1 hour. Okay, so let's start with the overview. Okay, so this Python is a high level interpreted interactive object oriented scripting language which is highly readable. Readable in the sense like there are many languages has come. Okay, each and every language has its own significance. Okay, if you take C, C++, Java, PHP, each language has its own significance. For example, uh, before Java and PHP has come, we used to develop everything in C and C++. Okay, so C and C++ will not have that GUI based development. So after Java has come, so we have started doing everything in GUI based. Okay, so this Python is much more readable than other languages. Okay, the this particular programming language was created by Guido. Can you see? Actually, like I have kept his image over here. He is the one who developed this Python language. Okay, actually he was working in Google. He he started this career in Google. After some doing some research, he had some requirement. Okay, see, each and every language, when it when someone is inventing or someone is introducing it, okay, obviously there will be some requirement behind that. Okay, okay, for an example, if you take like this Python can be used in different areas. Okay, let's go one by one. First one, this Python can be used to create the web applications. I have mentioned Dropbox here. Okay, actually, this Dropbox is one of the main portal. Okay, like maybe after session you can Google on this Dropbox. Okay, I'll just give you an overview about the Dropbox. Dropbox is an application which was developed by some couple of students in Massachusetts Institute of USA. Okay, the main purpose of this Dropbox is when they were doing the college, they used to forget the pen drive during the projects. Okay, for example, uh, that particular student's teacher had given some assignment. Okay, they would have worked that assignment in their local desktop or laptop. Okay, so when they asked to submit by tomorrow, they would have kept it in that pen drive, but they would have not taken to the office, I mean taken to the college. Okay, so because of that, like they have not performed well, so they got very bad marks as well. So because of this thing, they have founded this Dropbox. Actually, Dropbox is a site. Actually, it's a host environment where you can upload your files from your local to a server. Okay, then you can access that same file from any place in the world. Okay, so this is one of the example where Python has been used to create web applications. Same way, Python can be used to develop many softwares. Then even Python is able to connect to any of the database systems. Okay, uh, also it can be used to edit and modify the files within that particular database system. Apart from database, it can be used in big data as well. As I already mentioned, it would be good if you have some mathematics knowledge to work in Python. Uh, for some of the functions or syntax would be easy if you have some basic mathematics knowledge. Apart from that, the last important point here is startups. I hope you all aware of startups, right? Startups is nothing but like a small companies which which were recently started to develop some applications. As Python is a open source, many of the startup companies using this Python. Okay, so if there is a requirement, okay, you can achieve that requirement through many ways. Okay, for example, I'm just telling, there is a requirement. I'm giving the requirement something like I'm giving a file. Okay, that file has some 10 rows. You need to load that 10 rows into database. Okay, so this is the requirement. So you can achieve this requirement in any of the languages: C, C++, Python, Java, any of the languages. So what the startup companies do, they will first they will try to do it with open source. If something is possible with open source, then they will achieve it. Okay. Then the main reason why many people are using Python, it's because of its compatibility. Like it works on different platforms, whether it may be Windows, Mac, Linux, Raspberry Pi, whatever it may be, it will work. Then one major advantage of Python is uh, its syntax will be very similar to the English. Okay, I'll just give you an example. Uh, okay, if you take just 1 minute. Okay, if you take you want to print um, some something in C++, you have to write almost some 10 lines of code to print just a single line. Same way in C or C++, Java also, like, but whereas in Python you will achieve it in single line of code. Okay, that too, like, you will understand it easily. Okay, so that's what it's mentioned here. Okay, also this Python can be used in uh, different ways: procedural way, object oriented, or functional way. It's based on the requirement. I'll explain you in further slides. Okay, so far we understood what is Python. Now we are just going to uh, learn about the versions and IDE. Okay, the most recent version is Python 3. Okay, so actually Python 2 had some security updates, but still Python 2 is very famous. Okay, so currently the latest version is Python 3. Okay, so um, whether you guys know it or not, just I'm just sharing with you. The purpose of version is, okay, for example, Python 1 was there in market, then Python 2, Python 3. So the difference between Python 2 and Python 3 would be there were some issues in Python 2. Okay, it would have been reported by customers. Okay, like for example, this particular functionality is not working. So those those issues will be fixed in Python 3. Okay, so issues and bugs will be fixed in Python 3. Then whenever uh, whenever you are releasing the version, okay, that version should have some enhancement as well. Okay, for example, okay, if Microsoft Microsoft has released software by 2021. Okay, actually, what the other competitors will do, whatever the software that they have released in 2021, what are the enhancement that they have done, same enhancement should be available in their software as well, because the customer should not move from one platform to another platform. Same way, if you take Python 3, Python 3 uh, would have surpassed all the issues or bugs which happened in Python 2. Okay, so this is about the versions. Next, we are going to discuss about the IDE. IDE means integrated development environment. Okay, whenever you take any programming language, okay, you should have some IDE to develop that. Okay, I'll just show you. If you could see here, uh, I'm showing about the IDE called Notepad++. Okay, actually it's open source. Uh, we can use this Notepad++ to write SQLs, to write HTML programs, whatever it may be. Okay, same way we have many IDEs available for each and every language. If you take Java, Eclipse, NetBeans are the major IDE. Okay. Same way, I have given an example. If you could see here, this is the IDE. Okay, so within this IDE, we will write the programs. We will save it here. Okay, whenever we want it, we can just open this IDE. Then we can open the project. Then we can run the program. Okay, so just we have compared the Python and other language syntax. Okay, I have already mentioned it. There are more similarities between English language and this Python. Okay, if you could see here in this in this left hand side, to print a line, welcome to the world of Python, for HTML we need 8 lines of code. Okay. Same way, if you take the right hand side, just only one line, print welcome to the world of Python. So this is the difference. Okay. See, as I don't have access to uh, other C or C++ programs, so I could not give it an example. HTML, I can make it. I can make it from whatever the software that I have it. So I just given this example. So this is to make you understand, like Python is very uh, reliable language, and it will be easy if you like, if you understand the functionality. Okay. So next we'll talk about the installation. Nowadays, most of the laptops and PCs which has Windows OS or Mac OS uh, are coming with Python installed. Okay, so you can check it just to, if you just go to the command prompt, then just you need to type Python, then it will give you whether it's installed or not. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to see about the first program, Python first program. Okay, so actually already I've mentioned this Python is an interpreted programming language. It means that just you can write the program in a file, okay, in any of the text editor, Notepad plus or Notepad, with the extension as .py. Okay, then you can execute it. Okay, if you have installed the Python software. Okay, see, now we have saved a program hello world.py with the with only one line, print hello world. Okay, now I have written the program. Now I want to execute it. So to execute it, just go to the command prompt, just type Python, then space that file name, like whatever you have saved it. Once you hit the enter button, you'll get the output. Okay. uh, this is, we are executing it from the file. Okay, you have saved something in the file, then you are executing that file. Okay, now uh, sometimes just you want to understand the syntax. Okay, so how it works. Okay, to do that, Python supports the command line arguments as well. Okay, so if you could see here, if you see the first screenshot, I'm just typing Python, Python. Okay. Sometimes if you type Python the command prompt, the okay, can you see the Python 3.6.4? This thing should come up. Okay. If it doesn't come, then just type py. Okay. Once it has come, just you have to write the print hello world. Okay, just only one line. Okay, once that is done, if you just press enter, it will print the hello world. So this is same like what we have seen in the previous slide. Here we have written that particular line in a file, then we are executing that file, Python hello world.py. Here just we are doing everything in command line. Okay, so once you are done, just you want to come out of this command line, just you have to type exit, open brace and close. Okay, let me take it as no. So I'm just moving to programming basics. Okay, so the each and every programming will have this this mode. Okay, so interactive mode, script mode. Okay, when we just now we saw an example, both interactive mode and script mode. The first one is script mode. Script mode means like we will write something, we will write the program in a file, then we'll execute that file. Okay, that is script mode. This interactive mode, just we will write everything in command line. Okay, so how your OS or interpreter will know it's a Python file. It will understand only based on the extension .py. Okay. For each and every language has its own significance on the extensions. Okay. If you take okay, if you take C plus plus, this would be the extension. If you take Java, this would be the extension. If you take PHP, this would be the extension. If you take HTML, HTML or HTM, this would be the extension. So based on the extension, your compiler will understand it. Okay, so for Python, .py is the extension. Okay. In Python, indentation plays major role. Okay. So if you could see here, can you see this text which are highlighted in green? If true, print true. Okay. Else print false. Okay. If there is no indentation, okay, then this program will go to error. Okay. Indentation is nothing but just, I'll just tell you. After that, just you need to press the tab. That's it. So this is how Python works. Okay. Next, we're comments. Okay. Yeah, it's comments. So this is about the multi-line statements. Okay. For example, you are entering, you are writing some text. Okay. You want to continue that particular string. Okay, but you don't want to stop the particular string. Okay, it's a continuation of thing. Then you should use this continuation character. Okay, so it denotes that the x equal to a plus, then again it's not stopped, a plus then b plus then c. Okay. So this is about the multi-line statements. So next, this is about the quotation in Python. Okay, we will see about this in our further examples. Okay, so single line commands. Okay, whenever you the comment is very important. Okay, for example, um, the main purpose of comment is if you are writing a program. Okay, if you written that program, it executed fine. Okay, after 1 year. Okay, there is some issue in the sense, like for a particular scenario, your program is not working, it's getting failed. Okay, after 1 year, again your manager is asking you to work on that program. Okay, if you put proper commands in the program, okay, it would be easy for you to debug that. Okay, you don't want to go through each and every line of the program. Okay, for example, um, at for example, the program is failing, like it's not sending an email to some group of people. Okay, so in that case, you can, if you would have added some comments, for example, each and every section, reading the file, inserting to the database, while inserting, you have set up some parameters. Okay, you have set up some criteria. If the criteria matches, then you are inserting the database. Else you will be writing into some error table. So whatever the rows that are not passed, you are writing to a error table. From that error table, you are sending those rows into some support team as an email. Okay, for example, your program gets failed in that email part. Okay, so as you written the program before a year, it will be very difficult for you to debug it. Okay, so it would be easy if you'd have added comments. Okay, maybe as you have written the program, maybe you can debug it, okay, without comments as well. But let's take in a scenario you have moved to some other project. Okay, maybe someone is working in your project. Okay, so he or she should not take more time to do that. Okay, maybe the client or customer wants this particular requirement has to be completed by today. Okay, so it will take more time. So comment is very important. Okay, maybe you will understand it when you start writing the programs. Okay, if you could see here, this is about the users input. Okay, we will see about this in another session. Okay, okay. uh, for each and every program or each and every programming languages, okay, we will have this variables. Okay, variables is nothing but just you are assigning some value to a string. Okay, for example here a is equal to 100. Okay, if you could print a, 100 will get printed. Okay, again this is about the next statement. A is equal to 100. If you print a, it will get printed 100. A is equal to xyz. If you print a, this 100 will be replaced by xyz. Okay, so this 100 will be, sorry, xyz will be printed. Okay, so then we talk about the local and global variables. So local variable and global variable uh, concept is concept has come to, for example, you want to use a particular variable within your program. Okay, within your program, then you are for example you have two programs. Okay, program 1 then program 2. Okay, you want to pass a value from one program to another program. Okay, say for example, uh, let's take, you have the requirement to read a file, then next you need to write that particular file into database. Okay, so you have written a program 1 to read a file, program 2 to write into the database. Okay, so if you have these global variables, so you can use a global variable easily from one program to another program. Okay, I don't want make you to confuse by saying everything. You will understand it when you come for the projects. Okay, next one would be making decisions. Okay, so each and every programming language has this concepts called loops and making decisions. Okay, in Python, programming has the same concept. Okay, okay. Let's go one by one. First one is if statement. Okay. First we have declared v underscore var is equal to 100. Okay. Now we are just validating it. If v underscore var is equal to 100, then we are printing variable value is that same value, whatever that we have it. Okay, uh, as we are validating vwhere is equal to 100, as vwhere is having already 100, so we are getting that whatever the statement we written here. Okay, next we'll go with if else. For example, say v underscore var equal to 100. Now we are checking v underscore var is equal to 200. Actually it's 100, but we are checking with 200. Okay, so it will go to else part, since 100 is not equal to 200. Okay, so it will go to else part, so it will print expecting 200 but getting this whatever the value that we assigned to vwhere. This is about the if else. Next, if else or if statements. Okay, for example, same v underscore var equal to 100. If v underscore var less than 100, you are printing expression value is less than 100. Again, else if v underscore var greater than 100, expression value is greater than 100, else expression value is 100. Okay, if you take v underscore var which is 100 is less than 100, no, so it will go to else if 100 is greater than 100, no, 100 is equal to 100, so it will check for the last else, so it will just print expression value is 100. Okay, uh, next one is loops. Okay, actually in our programming languages, okay, Java, C, C++, anything, you should understand about this making decision loop concept, since we'll be using this on daily basis. Okay, for example, uh, my code should work only on this situation. Okay, so in that case we will go with if statement. Okay, uh, no, not in that way. It should work in else part. Okay, then like you will go with if else. So it would be better if you understand these concepts um for any programming language as well. So it would be better to understand it. So next we're going to see about loops. Loops we have okay, yeah, in Python we have while loop and for loop. Okay, first we'll discuss about the while loop. If you take this example, v underscore seq is equal to 1, we are assigning v sequence into 1. Okay, then we are checking while v underscore seq less than 11. So first we are checking the condition. So when you, if you take the first iteration, first 1 will come, 1 less than 11, 1 is less than 11, yes, you are right. So that sequence is 1 will get printed. Now we are increment it, v seq is equal to v seq plus 1, so 1 is equal to 1 plus 1, so 2 will be replaced by 1 for the v seq. So here 2 less than 11, yes, right, 2 will get printed. Same way 2, 2 plus 1 3, same way 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now 10 plus 1, 10 equal 10 plus 1, which is 11. Okay, now it will go here, in while it will check, is 11 less than 11, no, because 11 is no way less than or equal to, sorry, no way less than or greater than 11. So the last line, end of line, will get printed here. Okay, now this is about the for loop. Okay, for loop will work pretty simple. Here in while loop we need to increment it, vseq equal vseq plus 1, but for loop it's not required, it will take automatically. If you could see here, vsec in range 1 comma 11. See, in while loop and all, see, before writing the while loop, see, we have assigned vsec is equal to 1, but in for loop it's not at all required. See, just for vsec in range 1 comma 11, 1. Okay, so in that case vsec will be, first it will be 1. Okay, then it will come, it will get compared till 11. So same thing, it will get printed 1. Okay, the range would be 1. So how it will work in range in sense, 1 is less than or equal to. Okay, if you could see here, 1 is less than 11, so it's printing 2, yes, 3, 4, 10. Okay, then at last 11 is less than 11, no. Okay, then last line, end of line will get printed. Okay, now we have one more concept called break statement. So there are some cases. Okay, you are having some criteria. Okay, if this criteria meets up, do this. Okay, again inside that, again you are having one more criteria, if this criteria meets up, then do this. Okay, sometimes you want to uh, terminate the your condition, then transfer to next immediate statement. So at that time we can use this break. Let's see how it works. Now we have initialized vsec is equal to 1. Okay, now we are just checking while 1. Okay, print sequence is 1, then we are incrementing it. Okay, 1 plus 1, which is 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 plus 1, 6. Okay, when you come here, vsec is equal to 6. 6 equal to 6, just we are breaking it. So breaking the sense, this particular loop will get break, then it will move to the next line, which is UIL. So that's what it will get printed. So this break statement is also one of the important concept. Okay, see, if you understand each and every concepts, okay, if you get any requirement, so like you can visualize it, like, oh, okay, oh, I think this can be achieved by for loop. Okay, I think this is not possible using for loop, maybe you can go with the while loop. Okay, I think we have to go with the uh, continuous statement. So like if you understand the concept, um, like it will be easy for you to do the hands-on. Okay, next we are going to talk about the continuous statement. Terminates the loop statement and transfers execution to the statement immediately. Okay, okay, if there is a requirement, okay, you want to continue it. Okay, but you have to terminate the current loop statement. Okay, for example, for vsec in range 1 comma 11, vsec is equal to 5, continue. Okay, so if you could see here, we are checking for loop 1 comma 11. So for example, 1 is coming inside. Now we'll check if vsec equal to 5. No, vsec is not 5. Okay, then it will get printed sequence is basic. Okay, sequence is 1, same way 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, when 5 comes, vsec is equal to 5. Yeah, vsec is equal to 5. Then what it will do, it will continue, means it will just terminate the loop statement. So it will just go out. Okay, then it will get incremented. 5 will get 5 will not be printed, 5 will get incremented. Then 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, last 11 will get printed because we have given the range 1 comma 11. Okay, so at last after this 10, end of line will get printed. Okay, uh, actually this pass statement, uh, actually there is no much use about this pass statement. Okay, okay, fine. So far we have seen about the uh, python, then what is the variables, loops. Okay, then decision making statements. Okay, so I'll just give you an example. Okay, okay, yeah, I think Swati has raised a question. Yes, Swati. Swati, do you have any questions? Okay.
Swati,
Yes, Swati.
maybe unknowingly she has raised, I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Karthik.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. That's fine, ma'am. Okay. So, like, whenever you want to learn any language, okay, maybe you can go to w3schools.com. Okay, it will have plenty of different programming languages apart from developments or database concepts or whatever it may be. Just you can learn it from w3 schools. Okay, so that's all from my end, ma'am. So, do you have any other questions, students?
Can I have any doubts?
Can I take it as no, ma'am?
Yes, Karthik. Can I yes?
Okay, okay.
Any doubt? Just at least unmute and answer yes or no, or in comment.
That's fine, ma'am. I think they're okay with my
Yes.
session, I guess.
Okay, no
Okay.
doubt. It's in coming from a comment, right?
Yes, ma'am. I could see that.
Okay, fine.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
So,
thank you, Nandini, Monisha, Jairam. Karthik, shall I hand over to Chitra madam to present the vote of thanks?
yes, sir.
Yes,
Sure, ma'am.
over
Please.
to Chitra madam.
Thank you, ma'am. Good evening, all. No duty is more urgent than that of returning thanks. At the outset, I would like to thank our managing trustee, sir. My sincere thanks to our principal, sir, vice principal, sir, and our college DBT coordinator, Mr. Dhanabal, sir. Our chief guest, Mr. Karthik, has given a clear view on Python with concepts, variables, loops, how our code works on specific condition. Now we have a clear knowledge on these concepts. Thanks, Mr. Karthik. Once again, I express my sincere thanks to you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
I would like to thank our director, Dr. Christopher, sir, Dr. Yamni, ma'am, and all HODs, faculty members, and dear students. Thanks, thank you once again. Thank you all.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Karthik.
much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Hello, GMT.